It's a little northern. I'm hoping for bass up here in these shallow weeds, but it's not surprising that there's northern up here too. Well, there's a pretty good sized northern right there. Yeah, that's a pretty good sized one right there. Definitely a lot bigger than the previous one. The first one, the previous one I caught was right there. And this one hit right here. It's only about 3 minutes later. There should be some smallmouth hanging out here around these. Oh, there's a fish right there. He hit it right away. That's probably a smallmouth. Just gonna say, there's a bunch of rocks right here. And usually smallmouth hanging out by the rocks. Yeah, that's a good size smallmouth right there. He hit that thing almost immediately, as soon as, well, not immediately, but pretty quick once the lure was cast right out there. I didn't bring along my bass net. I was musky fishing this morning, and that's where I just got sidetracked and forgot to bring along the bass net. So I'm gonna have to land this thing by hand. Yeah, that's a good size one right there. Absolutely. Man, that is a good size smallmouth. 16 inches. Because the way that this one was hooked, I actually cut the hook on my spinnerbait. That's only the second time I've ever cut hooks on a bass before, but I think it was probably worth it. I have plenty of spinnerbaits with me. There's a fish. Oh, shoot. Got off. Pretty sure that was a smallmouth. It seems like there has to be a smallmouth hanging out right here off this point right here. This rocky point that comes out here. Just seems too good for there to not be one up there. Oh shoot, I did have a hit right there. I thought I hit I definitely hit something right out there. I thought I hit just a snag, but that was no snag. It's probably a northern. Shoot. Got him. Oh, it's just a little northern, I think. Yeah, it's just a little northern. Oh, that's a walleye. Look at that. A walleye on a spinnerbait. That's pretty amazing. I think this is a legal size walleye too. Yeah, that's a legal size walleye. Oh man, it's not too often that I catch a walleye on a spinnerbait, so I'm gonna take a picture of this guy. If I was keeping walleyes, I would keep this guy for sure. It's a pretty good size. Pretty good size to eat right there. I think I have a largemouth on here. No, it's a smallmouth. Not a very big one. He's full of fight though. Kind of let him wear himself out here before I handle him. It's not a big one, but I wouldn't say it's a small one either. It's average size. That happened only about 4 minutes after I caught that walleye. Smallmouth hit right here. Ah man, I got a pretty good size northern on here. I think it's a northern. Yeah, it's a pretty good size northern, yeah. Let's take a drag out. Man, oh man, yeah, that's a pretty good sized fish. I had to double check to make sure it wasn't a muskie, because there are definitely muskies in here. Yeah, it's definitely above average size for a northern. I'm gonna practice with my net skills with this guy. That's definitely the reason why I use a steel leader right there. Yeah, that's a good size northern. I'm gonna say that thing's gonna be close to 30 inches. Probably not 30, but close to 30. Yeah, 28.5 inches. On bass tackle, that's a pretty big fish for bass tackle.